Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to NFL Countdown, Season 1, 2025. I am your host, Grant A. Miller. And this show, brand new, just kind of, I'm a big fan, NFL fan. And so I thought, you know what, I love football. I love talking about it, I love thinking about it. So might as well do a podcast on it. I mean, for the 5 people that actually watch. It's, hope you guys find this interesting. So, the whole setup is this. What I want to do is just go through the AFC North, South, East, West, the NFC North, South, East, West. Go through the teams and kind of like give predictions who I think will win, who won't win, their standings, and just it's just my opinion. And actually, I would think it would be fun. We can look at it, talk about it, and then in a couple weeks after the season starts, we'll come back and see how well I did, how bad I did. So hope you enjoy this. All right, so let's start off with the AFC and let's go to the East. Now in the East we have the New England Patriots, New York Jets, Miami Dolphins, and the Buffalo Bills. All right. Now, first, I feel that the best team in this division is without a doubt the Buffalo Bills. I think they're going to win it. I think that they will, maybe, have maybe a 12 win season, perhaps more. They're just going to be really good. For me, the biggest thing with the Bills is that this year, uh, fix the mistakes, right? Uh, Stop the run, and uh, and then when you get in the lead, maintain it, keep it. So for me, that's going to be their keys to success. Now the other teams, the Jets, New England, and Miami, it's all of these guys are like kind of, in my opinion, all about the same. Sorry to say if you're one of those fans. I like the Patriots in what they're doing. So I have a feeling the Patriots are going to be a lot better this year than they were last. And the same with the Jets. My gosh, I watched a couple of the preseason games with the Jets, and they look like a different team. They're running the ball exceptionally well, and that's what they're going to be based on. I mean, with their quarterback Justin Fields, that's what they're going to do is run the ball with him, and they should. Like if you look at Baltimore's success with Lamar Jackson, you utilize the athleticism. You got a quarterback who's athletic, utilize him. Same thing with Buffalo, utilize that athleticism. Don't just say, oh, you're a pocket passer. No, heck, break out of the pocket, gain, and it keeps everybody off balance. Then the defenses don't, now instead of covering your man, you got to go, what's the quarterback doing, and you got to run up and make a play there. I guess the team that I'm a little concerned about is Miami. I was a huge fan of the Dolphins a couple years ago, and the way they played and all. But this year, I just think it just seems to me that they are struggling, and I'm not sure if it's because of the coach or what. But yeah, I don't think Miami's going to do this well this year, but that's okay because then they can get some draft stock and hopefully rebuild their team. Okay, that's the AFC East. Let's head now to the South, um, where we have Tennessee, Houston, Jacksonville, and Indianapolis. I'm actually a little bit good on Indianapolis. Why? I think their quarterback that they announced, what is it? Daniel Jones, Dave Jones, David Jones, Daniel Jones. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to show people a lot of good things this year. The teams that he was with before, he was never really given a good chance. He's performed decently, and I think that with the Colts, he might actually make something there. So I am going to go with them over Houston. Yep, that's right. I'm calling it. Houston, of course, number two. They'll be right on their heels. I think this year Houston's going to have a bounce back year. They should. They replenished the offensive line, which really hurt them last year, which is why they didn't do all that well. They did good enough, but I mean, so I have a feeling that it's going to be this game, this race is going to be between Indy and Houston. But a fun team to watch, and one of those sleeper teams, is Jacksonville. And Jacksonville, they got Travis Hunter, Lawrence, running back is Etienne. They really, you never know. They could be a sleeper team. This is Trevor Lawrence for me. He's got to do something this year. I mean, all the hoopla and the hype, and he like Jones never got like a real good base around him to succeed. But this year he does better. So let's see what happens. Now, what about the Tennessee Titans? They got Cam Ward, and yes, they do. And I think Cam Ward is going to be good for them. He's definitely going to. They're not going to be as terrible as they were last year. I still don't see them winning much more than maybe 5 or 6 games, but that's okay because they're rebuilding. And if they keep going, they got their quarterback of the future. It's going to be a tough year for Cam Ward, in my opinion, but we'll see. Maybe I could be wrong. He could surprise us. I mean, yeah, but I don't see them this year doing much better. So moving over now to the AFC West, where we have Denver, the LA Chargers, Las Vegas, and Kansas City. All right, well, everybody goes Kansas City, Mahomes. And how can I say no? I mean, they are coming off of a bitter Super Bowl appearance. They've got an edge to them. They got something to prove. Look at Kelsey. I mean, he's coming in the best shape he's ever been in. So, yeah, I'm going to say look out for Kansas City. They are going to be steamrolling now, unless somebody gets hurt. I think that is the team that's they got something to prove this year. And then, for the rest of the three, again, it's kind of like the AFC North. You got 3 teams that are all pretty equal between Denver and the Chargers and the Raiders. Denver, by far and away, awesome defense. That defense is going to keep them in their games. And if Denver can get ahead of a team, Denver can keep ahead. The defense can shut people down and out. So that's their strength. But then you got the Chargers. You got Harbaugh coaching. He's really turned that program around. I think that the loss of their tackle was really sad. He got hurt. Season ending. And that's going to hurt a bit for them because they were going to try to really run the ball. But I don't know. Harbaugh's a great coach, and we'll see what he does. So the Chargers are up there, and then talking about coaches, you got Pete Carroll with the Las Vegas Raiders, and even though he might be the oldest coach in the league, 70 something years old, that guy still got it. I mean, you look at him; he doesn't even look. He looks like he's still 50. I watched their preseason game. Geno Smith, awesome veteran, right? They put some talent around him. Austin Genty, watch out. That guy, he's a force. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that the Raiders could. I mean, anyway, we got 3 teams there that are all going to be slugging it out. Who do I give the advantage to? Well, defense wins. So I'm going to go with Denver second. So Kansas City first, Denver second, and then the Chargers. So now let's go to the AFC North. Everybody's been wanting me to get the AFC North. All right, Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. The Ravens, by far and away, are probably the strongest overall team, if not one of the top 4 teams that's in the NFL. These guys just are built. Harbaugh has done a great job with picking players and building, and man, they are something. Strong defense, strong offense. Lamar Jackson, one of the top 5 quarterbacks, elite status. So, yeah, it's hard to not say Baltimore. I think the only thing Baltimore for me, what do they not do well? they don't win games that they're supposed to win. Okay, they they seem to flub up. If you give them an opportunity to flub it up, they're going to flub it up. They need to correct that. They need to be disciplined, take every team seriously, and not have any letdowns. I think that they've had a bit of bad luck. That drop pass. They could have tied the game up in Buffalo. Heart gut wrenching. There's nothing anybody can do about that. That was yeah. I mean, he tried. I mean, that was just a tough freezing conditions and whatnot. But that's like a bad break. So they need the ball. Okay, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is they need the ball to bounce their way, and I think they will. I think the ball's going to bounce their way this year. So I have a feeling they're going to make a real strong run. Then I'm going to go next up with Pittsburgh. Now, people are going to say, you're a Steeler fan, blah, blah, blah. The reason I'm going to put Steelers in a close second is because I'm really, really high on Aaron Rodgers. I think he's found his home, and I think he is going to really do well, my opinion. The Steelers got a good run offense. They got two great tight ends, and now they got some receivers, DK Metcalf and some of the others. So, and then their defense is like top rated, just like Denver. I mean, Pittsburgh is right up there with them. So, and with Jalen Ramsey, holy crap, they're gonna be. It's like look out. So the Steelers are gonna be right up there, barring injury. Now the trouble is like with these older players, they can get hurt easier. So if somebody gets hurt, then I think the Steelers are gonna struggle. But now, right behind them, there'll be the Bengals, Cincinnati, and why? And why? Because why do I put them behind the Steelers? Because the defense. I just don't understand why they don't sign Trey Henderson. I mean, he's just like, come on, give the guy the money. He's worth it. Why are you messing around like this? Same thing with Dallas, but why are you messing around with this? It's like, your defense is holy. That's your weakest part. Why are you not trying to fill it with the best players you can? So we all know Cincinnati offense can light it up. They can light it up. Joe Burrows, Chase, those guys can just light up the field. So the offensively, no problems. But it's the defense that I'm concerned about. That's why I have to knock them down a peg. If they would have shored up their defense, I'd be a little bit more higher on them. But that's the weak link. And then finally, Cleveland. Such a mixed feelings with Cleveland. I watched both Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders in college last year. They're both outstanding quarterbacks. Either one of them, I believe, could be their quarterback of the future. Gabriel, of course, played. Okay, forgive me. I know everybody out there who's a Big 12 and ACC fan, forgive me, but look, the Big Ten and the SEC are the conferences, right? They're the big boys, and Gabriel, I mean, he did it there. The Big 12 is, it's just like but it's a notch below. So not knocking Shedeur because I really enjoyed him. He was a fun player to watch. I just feel that Dylan Gabriel has that more higher end experience. So just like in karate, if you're going to tournaments and you're facing like the guys who are perennial national winners, your game gets bumped up to compete. Instead of going to like these mid-range karate tournaments where you always kind of stay in the medium level. I feel that between those two, I would give a slight edge to Gabriel right now, preseason. But I feel like when I watch Shedeur play, he just keeps getting better and better. And the guy's got got confidence, he's got poise, and boy, can he flick the ball. I mean, not like a spin. That's right. He can spin the ball. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it fares out. I know they're going to start Flacco. Uh, can't say anything wrong about him. It's just like, but he's no Aaron Rodgers. and he's older. So part of me feels like, yeah, he might not make it the whole way. Hopefully he does. Hopefully Flacco is strong and does a great job, but we'll have to see. All right, let's move over to the NFC. And let's go to the East, where we have the Giants, the Eagles, Dallas, and Washington. Well, I think the odds-on favorites are the Eagles. Everybody's saying it. I do want to make a comment, though, and that is post um, post championship fatigue, which is like they won the Super Bowl, they played all the way into February, and that fatigue is a big thing. So we'll see what happened. Look at the 49ers, what happened to them. But they are from head to toe probably the strongest built team in the league. Then I'm gonna go with the Commanders. I don't know if they're going to have a sophomore slump like Houston did. We'll see. Uh, the Commanders, I love Jalen Daniels, and he's apparently even just getting better. He's gotten better. So they should be right up there with Philadelphia. And then you have the Dallas and Giants, who, in my opinion, are kind of like right now on the same keel. Yeah, the Micah Parsons hurts, but the Dallas, I think, is a strong enough team that they could probably do mediocre without him. Um, the Giants, I still think, are rebuilding. It's going to kind of depend on how aggressive they get with their young quarterback, Jackson Dart. Russell Wilson is a great leader, experienced. He did a great job with the Steelers. I mean, boy, he can. He's a quarterback. He throws that, and he can it can arc up and then right down into a receiver's arms. It's truly amazing to watch. But yeah, I just don't see. Who knows? If anything, the Giants and the Cowboys, they both or one could be a sleeper team. That means they surprise us all during the season. All right, jumping over to the North, where we have the Packers, the Lions, the Minnesota, and Chicago. It's like got like four great teams. Chicago. Okay, so who do I think is going to win? I am going to lean on Detroit. I think Detroit's going to do it again. They got to stay healthy, but I feel that they're probably going to be the team to beat. Green Bay is going to be hot on their heels, as well as Minnesota, and frankly, Chicago is going to be a step up this year. I think this is still like going to be year one of the new coaches, program. So they're going to do a lot better than they did last year. I think that Chicago's got one. They got to get this year under their belt, and then they're going to surge. So I put them at the bottom, and then it's kind of a toss up. No, I'm going to say Green Bay is going to be 2, and then Minnesota will be 3. Heading to the south, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Carolina, Atlanta. Well, all right, there's no question, Tampa Bay. They're really a good team, and Baker Mayfield, great quarterback. It's very Tom Brady-esque in my opinion. A fun quarterback to watch, and it's just a strongly built team. They can compete with anyone. Of course, they're in the South, so they don't have much competition. But I've got a feeling that this year Carolina is going to surprise some people. Really stellar defense, and the and I think Bryce Young is going to come around. He's showing a lot more confident. So we'll see. Then I got Atlanta following up, and then New Orleans last. Probably the NFC South is probably the weakest division there. And then we go to the West, where we got the Rams, we got Seattle, San Francisco, and Arizona. Again, like the North, 4 good teams. Yeah, I'm going to go with San Francisco. I think that Christian McCaffrey being back is huge. They really, really hurt without him. Him being back is going to be a huge lift to this team. And I'm suspecting that we're going to see them really run through, especially the beginning. They're going to run hot because they got a lot to prove. So they're going to run hot at the beginning of the season, and it's just going to carry them. But the Rams are going to be hot on their heels. I know there's some questions about the quarterback and his back. back problems. But yeah, I feel that the Rams are a good enough squad to keep it close. Seattle is a kind of a team that I'm not 100% sure what they're going to do. They have potential to make a run. I have a feeling it's just going to, how is that quarterback going to adjust coming from Minnesota? How is he going to adjust in Seattle? You know, he doesn't have DJ Metcalf now to throw to. He has that other guy, I forget his name, the Cup. We'll see. It's going to be a question mark for me. And Arizona. Yeah, just, I don't know. They have moments, right? Arizona has moments where it's like, wow, these guys can beat anybody on the planet, and then next week they're duds. So yeah, it's going to be close. It was between Seattle and Arizona to see who ends up in third, but uh, yeah, but I'm really keen on the 49ers. I think this is going to be their year. So all right, well, that was my predictions. So let's see what happens. And thank you all for joining. And we'll talk again soon. Cheers.